While Reacher usually uses his punches to solve problems on Amazon series, he revealed his frailty in a particularly nasty confrontation. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Even the titular figure isn't immune to harm after just one harsh battle with Reacher. Author Lee Child created the heroic figure of Jack Reacher, a massive vigilante who travels the United States, putting wrongs to rest. It took a long time to find the right actor for the 2012 movie adaptation, because he basically is Sherlock Holmes with Dolph Lundgren's body. Fans who have been around for a while were outraged by the decision to cast Tom Cruise, and the decision is still divisive. Reacher on Amazon kept faithful to the original by starring Alan Ritchson, who was a fantastic match for the fictional character created by Lee Child. A lot of people find the Reacher books and TV show enjoyable because they indulge in the power fantasy of having a tall, muscular hero who wins every fight. In his confrontations with bullies, criminals, and murderers, he nearly always emerges victorious. Even the villain dies after a bear hug from Reacher in one book. Although he suffered a few hits throughout Season 1, the lead character, Jack Reacher, easily dispatched a band of inmates in the pilot episode. It was clear that he had triumphed. But there was one altercation in Reacher Said Nothing, Episode 7, from which he almost didn't escape. Jack lures the Kleiner hit squad that has been tormenting Margrave to a rural location in Reacher Said Nothing to set the scene. While Reacher uses cunning and subtlety to kill the first few of his henchmen, the last one, Dawson Kleiner, A.J. Simmons, gets the better of him. Despite Dawson's diminutive stature and lack of muscle, he proves to be an equal match in what is likely Reacher's most severe confrontation thanks to his crowbar, surprise speed, and unrelenting energy. Additionally, Ritchson's Reacher receives his soul continuous pounding in this scene. Because viewers had grown to anticipate that Reacher would destroy anyone who stood in his way, the Dawson battle comes as a surprise. In contrast to earlier action sequences, this one brought Reacher to a more personal level by showing him receiving continuous hits from a crowbar and coming dangerously close to drowning. Anybody, no matter how towering they are, would eventually give way to the cumulative effect of a crowbar strike. However, one big problem with this Reacher fight is that he manages to take a lot of knocks from the crowbar without dying, and the action ends up being ridiculous because of it. Jack was fortunate that Dawson's Achilles heel was his Desert Eagle pistol, which he was prone to firing in rapid succession. In Lee Child's Reacher stories, the protagonist never loses a one-on-one confrontation, even though he narrowly won that combat. He has never lost decisively, but he has faced opponents that were difficult. Worth Dying For may have been the lone exception. In that scene, he is brutally assaulted by a gang of masked men, the most of whom are former football players. He loses control for a second, but then he reclaims it and exacts his vengeance in classic Jack Reacher style.